All right, so there's 5 things that you as a buyer could end up paying for upfront, and even if you don't end up closing on the sale, you could lose the money for these things. Number 1 is your home inspection. So if you do a home inspection on a property, you're hiring a third-party inspector to go through the property and find anything that could potentially be wrong with it that you might not notice. They're using visual inspections and their expertise to find things that could be wrong with this property that you would not notice during a walkthrough. Number 2 is your appraisal fee. Once you get into contract, you want your appraisal to be ordered as soon as possible. And most of the time, you're going to be paying that up front. If you don't close on the house, for whatever reason, you're not going to get that money back. Number 3 is your credit report. Now, this one, you end up paying for it sometimes. I'd say it's 50-50. Some charge up front. Some will cover it and credit themselves back in the closing costs. Either way, you're going to pay for your own credit report to get your loan pre-approved and closed. Number 4 is HOA documents. If you're buying a house inside of an HOA, you will want to get copies of the HOA documents and review those to make sure that things are running the way you expect. Now, this is a fee that can be negotiated, but if the seller doesn't offer to pay for it, as a buyer, you absolutely want to get the copies of these documents. The 5th one is a pest inspection. As we talked about, you paid for your own home inspection, and they're going to do a general inspection of the whole house. And in that inspection, they might suggest in their report to you that there is evidence of pest damage that could require you to hire an additional pest inspector and pay that fee. A pest inspection here in San Diego is common. Now, these 5 fees, if you paid them all, might be $1,500 total that you invest into a property. So make sure when you're placing your offer that this is a house that you want. And a lot of these can be managed, 1, within closing costs, 2, with potential free services, 3, your realtor could have a source of service providers that give discounts for repeat business. So when you're dealing with all these things, realize that they are common fees. Some of them can be negotiated with the seller, and rely on your realtor or your lender to suggest companies that you should look into that might give you a small discount. But unfortunately, these are all types of fees that are prepaid for a specific product or service that if you do end up, for any reason, canceling your purchase and not buying this house, you will lose this money. Have more questions about loans or buying in San Diego? Please reach out.